Hey, Laurie. Hypothetically, if you had to pick four of these, right? Or if you had to like grade the government or rank them in terms of importance. I don't need your answer. Just think about it, bro, because I sure have been. Let's go. So, health. For me, this is a top one. Okay? Universal health care. That's what I want. I think health care is a right. I don't think it's a privilege. I don't think you should go into debt. You shouldn't have to worry about your finances whilst battling cancer. That's fucking insane. So health, things like universal health care, Medicare, Medicaid, mental health and addiction, the cost of prescriptions, big pharma, shit like that. How are we doing? How important is that to you? Wealth distribution, taxes. Who should be paying more and who should be paying less? Should we continue on with this trickle-down thought? Let me not be biased. How should we do it? Who should we tax the most? Is minimum wage fine at $7.50, or should that shit for sure be increased? If you work 40 hours a week, should you still be struggling to pay your rent? Who should get government subsidies? Big ass corporations or no? Monopolies, unionizing, things like this. The distribution of wealth. Keep in mind, 3 men have the same amount of money as the bottom 50% of the entire United States population. Is that okay to you? Environment. Nature conservation, farming, national parks, animal welfare, clean air and water, alternative energies, chemicals and foods. How much do you give a fuck? How well are we doing on that? The military, veterans benefits, caring for our vets. How well do we feel we're doing? Foreign intervention, foreign relations, who can and can't serve. I'll tell you right now, bitch, if you want to go ahead and die for the country, go ahead. Because I don't want to. I don't give a fuck. If you want to, please carry on, because it's not me. Okay. This is another one that for me is going to be like top 3, probably. The political process. Are you satisfied by only having 2 parties to choose from? Do you think it's okay when corporations give these politicians money? How do you feel about lobbying? How do you feel about super PACs, political action committees? How do you feel about people being elected for the rest of their life? For example, Supreme Court justices. The Electoral College, are you for or against? Should people be allowed to trade stocks when they're in Congress? Fuck my opinion. This one's 911-ish. And then individual liberties, things like gun ownership. I don't want to own a gun. If you do, okay. I don't give a fuck. Don't do bad shit with it, and I don't care. Abortion. I don't give a shit what you do. Marriage. Girl, you want to marry somebody of the opposite sex, same sex? I don't give a fuck. You want to get a divorce? I don't care. You want to get gender affirming surgery? Don't care. Do what you want. I don't give a fuck. That's going to be individual rights. Things like drinking. Because remember when that used to be illegal because people were like, no. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you do. It's the second you start hurting other people, I do. Other than that, don't care. Guns, religion, trans rights, gay marriage, gay divorce, alcohol and drug use, freedom of speech. Yeah, say what you want. I don't care. Not tripping. Next column. Housing. This is another one. Will I ever be able to afford a home in my lifetime? Once again, if you work 5 days a week, 40 hours, I think you should make enough to at least not be stressing about rent. For example, I've lived in the same apartment for 3 years. They raise my rent by 5% every year. Ask me, has my apartment gotten any better? No. So what's it raised for? To give my landlord more money. Housing. The homelessness crisis. Needing to make 3 times the amount of rent. You think the ability to own a home, affordable rent and cost of houses, landlords and what types of restrictions should be on them. Migrants. This for me is low on the list. I don't care. Mass deportation. For what? For me, I'm putting too much of my input. Sanctuary cities, pathways to citizenship. Education. Funding K through 12. Are we funding it enough? Are we not? What gets taught? Accurate history or history that doesn't hurt people's feelings? The cost of tuition. Also, the accessibility of higher education. Trade schools and gainful employment. I feel ways. We'll talk about that later. Or you can go to, I have a playlist. There's one called Overstand. I talk about it. Student loan forgiveness. Public libraries. Should public schools be funded by the district that they're in? Based on that logic, poor kids will always get a poor education. That's fucked. Here I go with my opinion again. My bad. Technology, cybersecurity, cryptocurrencies, research and exploration, cyber crimes, artificial intelligence, the building of infrastructure, new railroads, things like this. Crime. Prisons being privatized. Rehabilitative versus punishment. The death penalty. Statute of limitations. Prison labor. Cops, how much should they get funded? What should their training look like? Should there be a database that tracks the wrongdoings, etc.? And humanities, things like foster care, elder care, child care, parental leave, disability rights, access to things for anybody with any sort of disability, equal pay for equal work, things like that. So, just think about that in your mind's eye. You know what I think? You know what I mean? Because I fear as though we focus, all candidates, both parties, focus on things that I'm like, yeah, so here's the thing. I don't fucking care. Can I get a house? Okay? Can we bring down some grocery prices? Because everybody's suffering. Because like I said, it's three bastards who have the equal amount of money. Those three, their net worth together is equal to the bottom 50% of society. So, if we were to think of trickle-down economics in terms of a champagne shower, the cup on the top will always runneth over. The ones on the bottom will always have just a little piddly-ass fucking amount. It's almost like someone needs to come in and distribute things. Just a little food for thought. Have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend.